with our kids, and when I mentioned the promise that we make to each other in the altar in front of God, we have that. We have God present in the Eucharist.
Mm-hmm.
And I struggle a little bit with my kids, trying to get them to understand it. Now, it's hard for me to understand, and it has taken me a long time to understand. I still don't fully understand,
Yeah,
because if I did, I would be at daily mass no matter what.
yeah,
Even if I get
yeah,
fired
yeah,
from my
yeah,
job, if I understood what it was, I know that I would be there
yeah,
every mass of every day.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but I struggle with my kids, getting them to understand that Jesus is there present
Mm.
in body, soul, and divinity. I only understood it reading a book. It was a consecration to the Eucharist by Matthew Kelly, and I ever since I read that book, and every time I go to church, I know that Jesus is there, and I I have almost like this physical desire to to go up for communion. And if they have wine, then even better. And
Even
and I
better.
have like this
Yeah, yeah,
physical attraction to it, or
yeah.
desire for it, I should say. Uh, See, I know that he's there, but with our kids, I mean, I
Mm.
find it extremely difficult to get them to understand that he's there.
Yeah.
What would you recommend?
I mean, in this area, I feel like I'm less experienced than you,
Mm.
because my daughter is she's 5 and my son
Yeah,
is 3, and neither of them can receive, right?
yeah,
So, but I think mass, like taking them to mass, and just letting them see you, right? Like,
mm.
because like more is caught than taught, right? Like, so this is the saying, right? Like, where it's just like they're watching, right? Like,
Yeah,
and this idea that they see that this thing that you're doing, that you're partaking in, that this rite and the reception of the Eucharist is something that you take seriously, right? And then in turn, like, that it does affect you, right? Like that it
mm.
does, like, they see that, like,
Mm.
change, like that
Yeah,
that belief in you.
yeah,
I think that that, at least in theory, to me, is like the
yeah,
most important thing, right? When I do find someone whose kids I admire, I make it a point to go
yeah.
ask them. So we met this beautiful family when we first became Catholic, and it was a family of, they had 7 children, and all of the children were practicing like adults, like they're all adults practicing their faith. Beautiful family, and so we became friends with one of the kids, right? Like, and every time I would see her, I would like tell her, like, we're like, I need to talk to your dad. Like, I need to know him. Like, I need to ask
Yeah,
him all the
yeah.
questions. So finally, we were able to meet, and she was like, yeah, like, here's my friend Nelson. He's been wanting to meet you, and I said, sir, like, all your kids are practicing the faith. Like, how did you do it? Like, please tell me, like, what is the secret? And he just said, there was not really a secret. It was just like we prayed together.
Mm.
And he's like, we made sure, like, we pray our rosaries together, we pray together as a family, and like we went to all of our holy days, and we just lived our faith.
Mm.
And that was like so reassuring and calming
Yeah,
to me. It was like nothing crazy, like just
yeah.
a regular practice of the faith. And and yeah, and so when I see, like, so that was like a real, like, person that I, like, met.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And then one of the beauties of the faith is that we have, like, the communion of saints, and that we get to read the lives of the saints, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
that we get to see how grace works in the real lives of human beings, and that the
Yeah,
church keeps the records of these exceptional people, right? Like, that they're not exceptional in themselves or anything that they've done, but that they've accepted God's grace in their lives, right?
yeah.
Um, and one of the families the stories that I read was a family of saints, of the Martin family. I don't know. Do you know?
No.
So do you know Therese of Lisieux, like the little
Yeah.
rose? Okay.
Yeah.
So her parents, St. Louis and Zellie Martin, and all of their children like ended up becoming like nuns, like all the
Oh,
daughters and
wow.
stuff. Yeah, like
Mm.
every single one. And I read that book, and just to see like their lives and just like a glimpse into their lives. So it has like letters that they would write to like family members and loved ones and stuff like that, and just like how they live their life in a normal way. Like it wasn't anything like, oh man, like these guys are out here getting martyred by the faith or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like no, no, no. They're just in this little town, and they worked, and they would go to mass, and they would love their neighbors. They would help the poor. Like they would open up their home in hospitality, and how that practice, like in that prayer, family prayer, communion, the reception, and just going to mass together, right? Like
Yeah.
experiencing the faith as a family. Like that was it. Like so to me, it's like if I were to pose anything to you, it would be out of like the wisdom that I've gleaned from others, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not out of my own experience in this case, right?
Well, you know, going to church for us when we start getting ready in the morning, like it's always chaotic, right? We never make it on time. You know, and when we wake up, we're like, okay, we're gonna go to 9 a.m. mass because that's when when the community goes to mass. So all my kids' friends are there, so they're motivated. We never make it to 9 a.m. mass. So we're like, okay, so let's go to 10:45. And we're like, okay, so we can relax a little bit and let's eat breakfast, and then we make it 10:45. We don't make it to 10:45.
5 o'clock.
Then,
that
oh
same
my
night.
God. So lately I've said, you know, we have to pick a mass time and just make it at that time.
Yeah.
And we've been going to a mass that's at 11:30. But it's always chaotic.